Hey everyone, this is my run on Guy's Lost Chapters Lufenia Plus, featuring the release of Cinque's LD and her receiving a rework as well. The strategy here is going to be a no boss turn featuring the widely popular combo of Aphmau and Cinque to maximize the number of turns Cinque can get. The third party member I used is Yuna, mainly for her BT effect. And as always, I will also be including a timestamp in the video description that you can use to skip ahead to the section that you are interested in. As always, a little bit about the setup. The idea behind this party comp is to maximize the number of turns that Cinque can get by linking Aphmau's turn manipulation to Cinque. This allows you to delay the bosses many times with Cinque and prevent them from getting a turn, as well as upkeeping her debuff that increases HP damage dealt, which will in turn manage or maintain the Lufenia orb. This fight is also widely dreaded, mainly because of the so-called 1990 resistances. Mainly when the boss reaches 49% HP, they will both gain 90% resistance to brave damage and 90% reduction to brave gains, which makes damaging the bosses extremely difficult. You can actually get around this. There are actually many options around. What I do here is load up on call abilities that specialize on debuffing defenses and brave damage resistances. So I used Jack call, Sephiroth LD call, and a Toto call, all of which will reduce the enemy's defenses and increase the brave damage taken. Yuna functions as an aurabot here. Her only role is to go into BT mode to get the BT aura so that Cinque and Aphmau can do considerable damage while the BT aura is up. There are many other options besides Yuna. The idea is just to use the best aurabot that you have. So Y'shtola is another great example, particularly because she has gotten her BT+, but other options such as Bards or even Garland will do on this slot. You can also consider a friend unit like XDEF on the third party member, or use an XDEF BT mode, because both Aphmau and Cinque will get many turns, which will take down the HP poison from XDEF. I set an Y'shtola friend support as well as Odin summon, however I ended up not using both. The idea going into the fight is that once Yuna's BT aura expires, I can swap her out for Y'shtola. I set Y'shtola versus other friend supports because beyond the BT aura, Y'shtola can also use her Stone Plus to inflict an additional defense down debuff, which stacks with every other defense down debuff that you have inflicted on the bosses. However, it ended up not being needed because by the time Yuna BT aura expired, the bosses were very close to death, so I just decided to end the fight without using both the friend unit and the summon mode. Jumping into the fight, the first phase from 100% to 79% is pretty straightforward. I held off on using Yuna's BT because at the start the bosses aren't very tanky. They will only gradually buff their defenses as the fight progresses. I entered BT mode with Yuna once the bosses are close to the 79% HP threshold, so that I can start counteracting their brave damage resistances at the 79% HP threshold. This also allows me to stretch Yuna's BT aura for as long as possible, so that it will also last well into the 49% HP threshold as well. With Cinque, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to start off with her LD to get her Braided Girl buff up, and that allows her follow-up attack TOTSUGEKI after every action. You just want to maintain her TOTSUGEKI alternatively on the boss, and that will maintain the Lufenia orb all on its own. Beyond that, you want to save her Earthquake Plus for right before her EX is ready, because her Earthquake Plus will dispel the stun debuff on the bosses, whereas the EX will then reapply stun at full 5 stacks on both bosses. Aphmau, I was just alternating between her LD and EX, so use the LD to link to Cinque and do her free Brave and HP plus attacks after the LD to trigger Cinque getting a turn. After which I then go into her EX just to get the puppets up again and get a few more free turns before I go back into the LD with Aphmau. So at 49%, the bosses do get the full 1990 resistances, which makes damaging them extremely difficult. One option here is to actually swap out either Aphmau or Yuna here for your friend support and activate the BT aura there, and that will help support Cinque's damage. However, really, I think it's overkill at this point. As long as you stack enough defense down debuffs, as what I did here, and you have one BT aura, any BT aura that supports damage will do. I think you'll be able to damage the bosses just fine. Alright, so at this point, Yuna's BT aura has expired, but the bosses are so close to KO that I just ignored the Y'shtola friend support that I had. Realistically speaking, this actually shows that you would probably benefit more by going straight into BT mode with Yuna right at the start, and then once her BT mode expires or BT aura expires, you then have enough room to bring in Y'shtola and have Y'shtola's BT aura support the party right up till the end of the fight. With either BT aura up and all the defense down debuffs, the 90-90 resistance of the bosses aren't really a big deal, and Cinque can very easily still cap out on damage with all that support in play. And that's it. As always, hope this video has been informative. If you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Lufenia fight. Bye!